We're gonna have to work fast because these candles are melting.
We're working on it.
Careful.
Don't hurt yourself.
Yeah, don't burn yourself.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Emily and Natalie. Happy birthday to you. Yay!
Hello everyone, happy Sunday. Also, excuse my hair. I did actually brush it before this in an attempt to get it to look decent, but it's just been so rainy and windy, it's kind of unsalvageable. Anyway, so I know a while back we went to a wedding show on a Sunday, and it was like one of the best starts to the week ever. But what's even better is when your week starts with your birthday. I turn 20 years old today. I officially cannot refer to myself as a teenager anymore. I don't like that. I don't like that. I also share my birthday with another girl in the study abroad group, Emily. She is like the sweetest, most pure person who has ever existed. She's an absolute cinnamon roll. Love her. And it was so great getting to share my birthday with her. I mean, the important thing to us was it didn't really matter what we did. We just wanted to be with the whole group. So we all ate together at the hotel. We got pizza. And then some of the girls went to the Krispy Kreme over by the tube station, and they brought back donuts. And it was so great because I have not had donuts in forever, especially Krispy Kreme. The closest one to where I live is like an hour away, and we only get them when we go into New Orleans, where it is. So it was great. I got one of the chocolate covered cream fills. It was amazing. And Emily, like, arranged all of them in this little donut tower on a plate, put candles on it. They had gotten candles from the store, too, and we just put all of them on theirs. We just put the whole pack of candles on there, and then we had to borrow, one of the guys who works the hotel desk, we had to borrow his, like, personal cigarette lighter. It was the only lighter we could find. So it was like, we have to do this now because he needs it. It was fun just getting to hang out with everyone. And my parents sent over a package. It didn't really have gift stuff. It had stuff to share. There was a bag of M&Ms, and also it's Mardi Gras, like, full swing. It's like the last leg of Mardi Gras this week. There's this specialty popcorn store near our house, and so they sent me this king cake flavored popcorn to share with everyone. So we'll get to see. I think I'm gonna bring it to lunch tomorrow, crack it open, see how it is. Hey, we're back at the house early. Didn't really do anything special birthday because it's rainy and windy and it's not great weather to be out in, but Tuesday we only have one class in the morning and that's it. So I was going to do a little something then. When my family called, Mom said, like, I have a credit card and I'm an authorized user and everything, so I can pick out my own gift. That'll be fun. I'm looking forward to that. But unfortunately, now I have to go and study for a test. We have a New Testament. We have our midterm for New Testament tomorrow. Not the funnest thing to do on your birthday, studying, but what would be even worse if the test was on my birthday. Although, Emily and I decided that if our birthday had been on Monday, we could use it as leverage to get our professor to move the test back a class. One birthday, will probably be like, happy birthday, you still have to take the test. But if there's two birthdays, that's hard to argue with, you know? Yeah, I had to go study. There's a lot of information because this is the first test we've taken for the class. I will go down to the kitchen and make myself some tea to make the whole process a bit better. Also, one of the professors brought his family on the trip because their kids are homeschooled and everything, and they were so sweet. They went to this little bookstore by where we have a class, and they got me this little notebook, and there was a sweet note from them in it. One of the daughters like drew me a little birthday card. It's the ravens, the tower ravens, but they've stolen all the crown jewels and stuff. It's cute. And then it also came with this little telephone booth pin. Yeah, it was really sweet of them. I'm so tired. Okay, so Tuesday. Yesterday was super busy. In fact, every Monday for the rest of the semester is going to be super busy, so probably not going to see much of me on Mondays. Because one of those days we have morning class, an afternoon class, and then a play in the evening. Oh, I'm so tired. I'm also sick, so that wasn't really helping anything. Because Sunday, I stayed up late to study for the test. I had to wake up early in the morning because we had a program meeting before class. And last night, I was up until almost 1 in the morning because we went to see an opera that night, Così fan tutte, by Mozart at the Royal Opera House. That's what it was. We get there and it starts, and I think I'll like it, and about 15 minutes in, the power goes out. It's not like the whole building was plunged in darkness. It was just the really important stuff, like backstage and the orchestra pit. So they had to stop because the musicians can't do their music. First, the director apologized and everything, and like 45 minutes later, they were finally able to get it back on board. They had some house lights that they used, but apparently the backstage was still out. People were using the flashlights on their phone to get around. Opera is originally like 3.5 hours long, but they ended up doing a slightly shortened version. I think it was like 6 out of the 18 scenes they did not do. Some people were really upset, and even left. And if I paid a ton of money for the seats, like hundreds of dollars or something, I'd probably be upset too. But we had the cheaper seats really high up. Oh, and the little screen they had with the subtitles, that also cut out, and they were never able to get that to work for the rest of the night. So they just presented like an abridged version. Kind of thought it was considerate of them, considering it's a 3.5 hour opera, and it would have been like midnight if they did the entire thing. The whole thing actually started at 7. So 7:15, 7:20, the whole light situation happens, and it's past 8 by the time they're able to get it up and running again. So it would have been really, really late. Like, it was already going to be late getting out, and it would have been even later if they did the whole thing. So I, for one, was okay with that, although They didn't offer like refunds or tickets for an alternate night or even an alternate production or anything, which we talked about that in our business class today, and we agreed that would have been better. Apparently that has not happened like ever. So considering the short time they had and the fact that they actually put something together and went on with the show rather than just calling it quits at 8 o'clock, I really admire that. We were supposed to have theater today, and that didn't happen because first the professor wasn't going to be able to make it. He didn't tell us that until Sunday, though. So he arranged for his choreographer friend to come in and teach us some choreography from a musical he's currently working on. He texts our professors and says he's not able to make it because he was on his way and then a family emergency happened. Apparently he is coming back tomorrow, though, because our art professor had to cancel that class because she's sick. We were talking about, like, the whole, like, ticket situation with the opera house and then the theater professor situation in business class because he's been very unreliable. And, like, they had things they discussed at their meeting and everything that he's not really fulfilling. So, analyzing, like, from a business standpoint and, like, an ethical standpoint, not only how do we feel about it, but how should we go about addressing it. Professors are going to talk to him and stuff, but they wanted, like, any extra input or specific concerns. We had business instead of theater because we, like, rent the room where we have class. So we needed to do something that day, so we just did business. Right after we moved from the discussion portion to our normal lecture portion, one of the professors gets an email from Phil, the theater guy, not only apologizing, like saying he's sorry to hear what happened at the opera, but also for like his friend not being able to come. Then he goes on to like address him not being there consistently. But yeah. It's just been really crazy. I'm really tired. I still have some homework to finish, but yeah, after class, I did some belated birthday stuff. It was rainy Sunday, so I went to Soho. It's like the edge of Covent Garden, and I went to Beyond Retro, which is a vintage store, got myself a dress, and then I went to a little tea place, and I journaled and worked on my papers some. I'm almost finished now. Yeah, I'm really tired. 21 Pilots concert was last night, and I think I can go ahead and say with full confidence that is probably the coolest thing I have ever experienced. It was also my very first proper concert. Music, of course, was great. And it was really cool to see how they utilized this space in the Wembley Arena. That's where we were. They had like 3 different stages, and at some point Tyler walks across this metal bridge thing over the crowd to get to one of the stages, which ended up being really cool. And the visual effects and lighting and all the images on the screen and stuff was really well done. It wasn't like over the top or overproduced. It was just really well done and added nicely to the whole thing. I'm kind of surprised that I did not get a headache or anxiety from how loud and crowded it was. But I did nearly get a headache on the way back. It was quite the adventure. It was about 30 minutes to get from where we were to King's Cross by tube, and then we get there and the line we need to take is having severe delays for whatever reason. We can't hear the intercom. It's like a 20-minute wait until it gets up and running again. So Anna and I decide we're going to just go take a bus to the hotel, grab our bags, and get back on the tube near there. We go to the wrong bus station. It's the right bus, but it's going in the opposite direction that we need to go. So we have to backtrack to another bus station that we passed on our way there, where Anna literally pointed and said, "Is that our bus stop?" And I said, "No." Then there were a couple small delays on the line once we got back on, and then it was nearly 1 o'clock by the time I got home. As you can see, it's a braids and beanie day, which means I was way too tired to shower last night. And I also think this sweater has become my lazy day sweater, because I feel like I wear it the most in combination with the braids and beanie. Anyway, today's plans. Brooke, Morgan, Anna, and I have tickets to see Captain Marvel. We are basically seeing the premiere, which never happens. We never do that because it's just so crowded. But I'm so excited. I really like the Marvel movies. Is Endgame? Endgame might be coming out while I'm still in London too. I'm really excited just for the whole thing and to see how they tie everything in and wrap it up.